Hey, it's the Afro Mauler, and today it's Friday, and you know what that means. Minecraft Fridays. Except if it's the Friday after the Wednesday of the Nintendo Direct, then that means we're going to talk about this. The Nintendo Switch 2. So, first and foremost, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on the actual Switch 2 before we get into all the other things that I'm going to talk about. I think the system looks great. I think it looks like a good system. I have no complaints about the form factor. I would maybe they're gonna have a white version eventually if you're into that kind of color scheme. I think 1080 120 on the go is insane. Let's see, and that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be 1080 120 up on the go. It's gonna LCD. It's not OLED, but to keep the price down from reaching 550 or what have you, I'm okay with an LCD. I'm okay with it. It's going to have HDR. It's up to 120, which is insane. And it can do it in portable mode, which is also insane. So for what you're getting here, if you would like to look at, say, let's go into Steam real quick. If you were to look at, let's see how much the deck is. So, when you're looking at a Steam Deck, you're looking at $399.99, right? So, for an extra $100, I don't think... And really, that's not even the OLED model. This is... So, it's a screen, a little bit smaller, 2 to 8 hours depending on what you're playing. So, it's about the same. It doesn't tell you up to 60. But only like... 1080 at 60. So it's basically the same thing. You get 256 for the LCD, 549 for the OLED. So for $100 more, it's actually closer to $75 more, really, if you just get the system. So for like $100 more, you're getting, the Nintendo brand. If you're, more into that than your PC. Plus, this will get all the indies. I'm probably gonna pick one up. I'm probably going to get the bundle, if I'm being completely honest. And we're going to talk about that in a second, the $500 bundle, which is basically the price of an Xbox Series X without any games right now. So, but now we have to talk about the elephant in the room, and that is the $80 games. So, do I think that $80 games should be a thing? It is a thing. I mean, it was gonna happen. It was always gonna happen. I think video games are one of those things where you're getting a greater value. You're getting greater value for dollar than almost any other medium, unless we're gonna talk about books. And even then, you're getting a little bit. You're getting that value too. I wouldn't say movies. I don't think movies like $20 for 2.5 hours, 3 hours. The entertainment value proposition on that is a little low. On the low. I've always thought that. I think we pay too much to go to the movies. For like the 2.5 hours of entertainment. I think we pay too much for movies. Maybe streaming. You could say I think $15 a month max on streaming. I think as long as they keep content rolling monthly. I think, Netflix is a little much, but it's asking that premium price because it's trying to provide premium services. And that's what it's kind of all about, right? I think that's what everybody's dancing around is they're saying that this number is unacceptable. But what they're also going to say is that this is unacceptable. This is a list from Insider Gaming. Every known game industry layoff in 2024. So remember, all the echo chamber of the internet is yelling, lower the prices, lower the prices. This is too expensive. This is what the internet is yelling. This is too expensive. Tell that to all these people on this list who do not have jobs. Is an extra $10 to $20 really gonna break you versus paying all these people that you see? And I know somebody's out there is going, all the money goes to the top, Mr. Mauler. You're wrong. It's the CEOs, it's the CFOs, it's the board. They're taking all the money and they're not giving it to the developers. It doesn't matter if we pay $10 more for a game because we don't know where that money's going, which is kind of true. As a consumer, you're really never sure if the people on the bottom are getting paid as much as they deserve, comparatively speaking, to the people at the top. But that is not a problem that we can solve by not supporting developers. That is not a problem we can solve by not supporting companies, right? We gotta pick and choose. We have to do the research. Do I feel that Nintendo has shown us time and time again that they're willing to take hits on things? Back in the day, an executive at Nintendo denied his own, I'm going to minimize this, denied his own, like he lowered his salary, he gave it to the people in the company that needed it because of a failure. I'm not going to look it up. I could look it up. I mean, that one time that guy at Nintendo lowered his salary, I don't even know what to type. I'm sure somebody in the comments or somebody else on the internet will bring that up. And that's a pretty famous Nintendo story. My thought is, I think that the developers, the artists, the coders, the testers, I think they all deserve to get paid. Do I think more money should go to the people on the floor doing the job versus the people on the board making sure the job gets done? That is one of those tightrope questions. That is, to be completely honest, one of the most tightrope questions you can ask somebody. Especially somebody that actually works. Like, I'm not trying to throw shade on other YouTubers and say YouTube isn't a job. YouTube is like a tunnel. Okay? Like, when you're in the YouTube sphere, you kind of get stuck in that YouTube echo chamber, in the Twitch echo chamber of bad, 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 without looking outside of it. I think they lose perspective. I think you lose a little bit of perspective when you, are basically running your own business and you're your own boss. You kind of lose the perspective when you have thousands of people just agreeing with you. I think everybody throughout the whole entire industry should get paid more. Where does that money come from? Right? If here's the thing. If we don't pay the idea guys for their ideas, the ideas go away. That it's not complicated. So does the guy that came up with it, the guy that worked hard and bore it out of nothing and then created a company around it, he doesn't deserve more? Like, I don't know. The thing wouldn't exist without somebody, right? Somebody came up with it, somebody had the concept, and then had to make sure their vision of that concept got made the way they wanted it to. And that gets harder the more people you involve in the process. And managing that is a task. Anybody that's been a part of a group project can tell you that managing people and keeping them on task can be difficult. Even in school, like if you had a partner, a lab partner, and you had that one guy that you knew wasn't going to do it, and you were going to have to step up and do it all. Come on, think about that in hundreds or thousands of people, case by case basis per game, right? If you stepped outside of that and you said, who here deserves the most? It should be equal amongst them all. It's a creative group vision. Mind you, it might have been the vision of one or two people executed by hundreds to thousands. You know, you got 20 guys in a room and they come up with the idea, and then you have 200 other guys make it happen. Guys and girls and people of different, variations in the spectrum. Sorry, I just use guys. I'm not trying to be, anything about it. I really don't care who makes the thing at all. I'm going to play the thing. I'm going to get a Switch 2, most likely. Maybe this year, maybe next year. We'll see how it goes. I'm definitely going to get Mario Kart when I have the opportunity. That Mario Kart game looks amazing. It looks like the labor of love of thousands of Nintendo employees who work their fingers to the bone, and they deserve their roses, and I hope they get them. And don't yes, speak with your wallet. You don't want to pay $80 for a game? I'm right there with you. I don't either. But I think they deserve it. I don't want to do it, but I think they are deserving of it. And I don't think there's any reason to take any of the effort, the time, away from their loved ones. Any of you have a job. If any of you have a job where you're at a place and you don't want to be there, and you're just working hard to feed your family and keep the lights on, that's right. It's going to be expensive. It is. But if this is something that you really are into and it's your escape, take it. But that's a decision you're going to make for yourself. Don't let anybody tell you how to spend your money. It is your money. Will Nintendo lower the price? Possibly. Is speaking from your wallet going to hurt them more than anything? Probably. But don't let anybody bully you one way or the other into not buying this thing if you want to buy it. It's at the end of the day, it's your dollar. You do what you want. Do I support $80 games? As long as the money goes where it's supposed to go, I support it. There's no way I can prove it is. There's no way I can prove it is not. Do I support a $450 portable video game system in the market versus other systems of equal caliber? This thing is gonna look good. It's gonna perform well. Nintendo has never had a bad piece of hardware. Virtual Boy, you can say what you want about it, but it worked to a degree. It never broke. It didn't break. The stand it was standing on wasn't the best, but the actual kit, the hardware that you got, yeah, it gave you a headache, but the thing didn't fall apart. You can still play them today. Think about that. You can play your Nintendos today, your Super Nintendos today, your Game Boys today. Nintendo makes good kit, guys, so this system is gonna be around. It's not gonna be pretty easily broken or ripped apart. Is it worth $450, $500 if you get the bundle? Is it worth that much as a system? I think it is. When I look at it, and I look at all the other gaming PCs, portable gaming PCs, laptops that can do what it's doing, yeah, I think that's what the value you're going to get out of the system is going to be great. It's going to be completely backwards compatible. Like 90% of your Switch games, which is really 100% because you didn't get the ones that aren't backwards compatible. I'm almost going to guarantee you that if you have a game on your Switch, you just bring it over to your Switch 2 and it'll probably work. Like, about as good as Xbox did, and probably way better than PlayStation did. So, along those same lines, you have a bunch of games from your old systems you can play, and new games you're going to play. So I think the $450 value is... It might be save up. I'm not saying get a second job, slow down, but yeah, save up. Don't have to get it the day it comes out. They're going to be available at that price. So maybe wait to see if Nintendo says, "Oh, sales suck, we got to drop the price." Let the hardcore crowd be hardcore. Let them take that hit. But $80 games, maybe it's time. I don't know. I just want the money to go to the developers and the artists and all the hard workers out there that did that came in to do the job every day and put in the work for us to say that they shouldn't get the money. What are we really saying, guys? What's the message we really want to send to the devs, to the companies? What do we really want to do as a consumer? It's tightrope question, right? Nobody wants to pay $80. I don't want to, but I will. And I will hope that money goes in the places it's supposed to go, to the things it's supposed to go. And I'll tell you this: a really well run company is gonna give the money to the place it needs to go to keep the company successful. 10 out of 10 times. I'm telling you. It's been the Afro Mauler. Thanks for watching me, guys. That's my thought on the Switch 2. That's my thought on $80 games. Stay tuned for more thoughts tomorrow, Saturday. Maybe I get a Switch Saturday in. I don't know. See what I end up doing here. But I want to thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. Peace. Peace. Where you at? And I'm out.